with the sulfur, so some of our wines we make without sulfur, some of them we do. And really for us, we're probably number one is trying to avoid like, the dreaded mouse taint, which drives me crazy. I can't really handle that too much. And so we never
Describe mouse taint. There's a lot of people on this call that don't know what mouse is.
okay,
So
okay. So with
yeah.
particularly with like very low or no sulfur wines, there's a certain different bacteria can produce a certain compound that they call it mouse taint, and it supposedly smells like mouse urine or like the wood shavings in a mouse cage or something. And it really comes at the very finish. Like you take a sip, the wine tastes great, and then you breathe out your nose like 10 seconds later, and it's like this very powerful.
It's like when your dog farts in your face, really.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's basically what it is too.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mostly bacterial kind of like instability with the wine. And so we found what we do is before we bottle, about 2 weeks before, we'll bottle some wines, like only, maybe 6 bottles. Half of them we add sulfur, the other half we don't, and we see if it develops, if it goes away quickly, because it kind of can come and go in bottles as well. Because otherwise we don't add any sulfites. The reason why people add sulfites to wine is because they're such a good antimicrobial, and they can help to keep down, the vinegar smells, some of the off like spoilage yeast and bacteria and stuff. But we're really trying to ride that razor's edge, because I think it's important. And if we're all familiar with natural wines, just like anything else, a flaw is only a flaw after some certain threshold. I like to use like an analogy with like when you're cooking a dish, if you don't put enough salt, like your dish tastes flat. If you put the right amount, you don't necessarily taste the salt, but then if you put too much, then it tastes like hot and too salty and it's ruined. But you wouldn't say that salt is like a spoilage thing. It's like there could be too much. So the same thing is with the wine faults. Like they're only faults after things go too far. So you kind of want to, again, like push it to the limit where your wine has these quote unquote faults in it, but they're never too strong that then they become the focus of the wine.
Yeah.
I think like with this, it's like there's volatile acidity, the vinegar taste, but that helps to bring out some of the fruit and make it really bright and lively. But it's not so strong that when you smell it, you're like, oh, this smells like vinegar, and it's distracting you from, the sense of grape variety, the vineyards, the vintage, all that kind of stuff.